Hello, everybody. Hello. I just realized I haven't done the curtain behind me. Okay, talk amongst yourselves. Okay. Hello, Marianne from Peekskill, Carrie, Archie, Claire, Kerry, Joe, Keith Bexley's in the house. Want and Eyes music. Simon Arnold up there in Caithness. Claire, good to see you, Claire. Mark J is here. Mark J. So far, so good. Let's see what else is going on. So, welcome all. Welcome, everybody. Hello, Mark Therosian. Therosian. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. I'm a bit tired. I didn't sleep much last night, so I'm a bit tired. And then I went out today. And then I was just thinking. Been thinking a lot. Thinking a lot. It's not good. It's not good. I'm supposed to be the rock for you people. That's what I'm supposed to be. I'm supposed to be your strength. Though I did lose weight last night. I woke up today. I was 78.3 kilograms, maybe point 0.2, but let's just say 0.3, 78. Remember when I started this thing, I was 81.3. I'd gained a kilo, so basically I was 8. So I've lost about between 2 and 3 kilograms. We could talk about that because it's so important. It's so important. Number one, hey, Maltese Phil. Good to see you. Votanai. Am I saying it wrong with the German? Well, listen, we're in England. We say it with a W. All right. Do you want me to say vote? I'm not going to remember it. The producer is constantly telling me stuff I can't remember. I can't remember anymore. I mean, it's painful. It's really painful. I shouldn't be this way, but I am. I am this way. I want to apologize. We are here for you, Lewis. Thank you. You don't have to be here for me, but I do appreciate that. I'm here for you. I'm not even here for you. I'm here for me. It's just me. Shanks is here. We got to listen to Shanks' video. You want to send us a link and we'll play some of the music that you played. It was really, really good. Being a rock is a two-way. No, one person can be the rock and the other person can be a dead salamander underneath there. It was great to see Lewis, and I enjoy hearing all the dietary advice. Well, you know what? The dietary advice is the most important thing that I do. I look at myself, and I don't know whether you can see. I don't know how good I look. I don't look that good with the lighting here. Can we get better lighting, producer? Anyway, he's not going to talk to me because he's busy in his old world. Anyway, so yeah, Kerry says I saw Shank's video. It's quite good. And Lynn Carson is here. Hello, welcome, Lynn. Dead salamander, like a dead salamander on a rock. But I appreciate you thinking it's a two-way thing, Archie Clume. It's not a two-way. I have to be more stronger. I've been very, very weak. I've realized I'm a hoarder. But I mean, I'm not that much of a hoarder. I'm not. I was watching a program about someone who's like her house is covered in wrappers and bananas and food that's been sitting around for weeks and years. Just total. Well, when you walked, the stuff. Hello, Paul. Good afternoon. Okay, so we're going to find out why you're going off to the hospital, Paul Morris. Anyway, so where the floor, you've seen those hoarders where they've got just stuff. This place isn't that messy, is it? Is it messy? Director, producer.
Huh?
Is this place that messy?
Yeah.
All right, maybe it is that messy. I mean,
go ahead, please. I'm doing.
Yeah, you're not going to find there's no wrappings left around, no food. I don't allow food in any of the rooms except the kitchen. So there isn't that. Okay, bananas. What's wrong with that? Well, not in the house. Not in the house. No drinking this morning. Exactly. No drinking at all. Drinking is carbs. It's alcohol. Why do we want? I've seen the Hoarders program. You can't be that bad. No, I'm not that bad. I'm not that bad. I mean, my problem is I just want, in times of strife, which is what we're headed into, you need flexibility. You got to be able to, to say, hey, I'm heading out of here. I think that's what we. Joodles is in the house. Now then, chums, how are we all? She says. Are you in fine form, Lewis? No, I'm not. I'm not in fine form. I'm not. I'm not like yesterday. It's not going to be. Maybe we'll have a good time like we did. Yeah, I hope we had a good time yesterday. I don't know if we did, but I don't think I'm in fine form. I think physically, I don't know. I was looking at myself in the mirror. You can't really see, but I'm not that wrinkly. I'm not wrinkly, and I'm not. And I'm now my jaw. I don't know. You can see the jaw is like getting a bit firmer. But I'm still 68 years old. Just for a week or two after but maybe if you got to pick up the banana, Archie. But this woman wasn't picking up thank you, John Van Dam, wasn't picking up the whatchamacallit, the banana. Everybody like this, subscribe to this, please. And I've been meaning to send out an email to everybody to get more people to watch the show so we can get some, new people, whatever. Not that we need it. I don't need new people. I don't want people who don't know me to listen to some crazy stuff that I'm a hottie. Thank you, Claire. I don't need Jay Evans is here. I don't need somebody to listen to the thing that I'm saying. It was scary when that guy wrote a thing saying, that my comedy is the death of progressivism in the world. I mean, if it was, I'd actually be quite happy about it. You look like you might have put on a few pounds. Don't say that, Jay. I measure myself so consistently that I measure myself during the daytime. And I'm going to tell you something. This is the first time in a very long period of time that when I weigh myself after I've eaten, I still weigh under 80 kilograms. Okay, so there you go. So I think I'm doing good. Maybe we should start out now. How are you all doing? Everybody say how much you weigh, how much you need to weigh, how tall you are, and what your diet is, and then I can lecture you. It's important to me to be able to lecture you. I think you've lost weight, Lewis. Thanks. See, Kerry is lovely. My other problem is, and maybe we need to discuss this, is I've fallen in love with you, and I think it's bad for the podcast business. I don't think the podcaster should be in love with the people who are listening. Should I be in love with you? I don't think I should be. Number one, because it makes you not want to watch, and it's unseemly. Wotanized music. If your comedy is the death of progressive politics, it sounds good to me. I wish I could be that influential. Yeah, maybe I'm really influential because I haven't heard anything since I posted that thing about when I read the article. I haven't heard anything. So maybe what I said was really effective. Maybe he realized how ridiculous it was to say that. All comedy has some power. Okay, I didn't mean it to have as much power as it had. And I'll tell you what else happened. I got a letter yesterday. Did I tell you about I got a letter saying that they were not happy, that a complaint was made about me. I shouldn't even say where. Hello, Lucy's here. Good to see you. Hello, Joe. But a complaint was made against me saying that, explaining that I was in the Guardian and that I'd been bad to disabled people. And you want people to call you up and say, hey, what's the story? So that's 3 days in a row this has happened. So maybe I'm gaining in importance. Do you think so? Do you think my hair looks horrible? Look at that. But does it look horrible? I think it looks horrible. Anyway, Lewis, I'm down to 170 pounds from 174. That's amazing. You're 5'7" tall and 57 beautiful years old. So a round of applause for Marianne McCara Fitzpatrick for revealing that information about herself and for losing weight. 4 pounds is amazing. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Maltese Phil, who's in Malta, is down a half a kilo today, which is basically a little over a pound. So that's amazing. So big round of applause from Maltese Phil. You're gaining in prominence. Yeah, you know you're gaining in prominence when people are mad at you. But I never liked when people are mad at me. But I mean, I guess this is what happens. We live in a kind of a war situation. Comedy is comedy. Criminalizing comedy is the stuff of Stalin. Yeah, yeah, yeah. When they say, oh, you can't make, you're embarrassing us, so you can't make a joke about it. But maybe if we're embarrassing you, you shouldn't be doing the stuff that you're doing. Your comedy career correlates with the decline of the West. That is so true. Yeah. Did you say that yesterday? Because that was brilliant. Yeah. Because I started off comedy in 1993. That's 32 years ago. So Claire, she's 5'10". I didn't realize you were that tall. You're 51 kilogram and 52 years old. So there you go. What kind of food are you eating, Claire? We can discuss that because I don't think you're eating the best possible food because you're eating from that book. Did you say you had a bad day, Phil? Did I read this? Is it getting any better? Jules is interested in other people and not me. Okay. So, I want people to like me. I want people to like me. The problem is I like people, and it's, you can't be like, what's that old saying? When you try to please everyone, no one likes it. I think they said that. I like tall lasses. Yeah, I like tall lasses too. Okay. I like short lasses. I mean, I'm pretty, even though I say I don't like, fat chicks. I do, basically. I've been married. I shouldn't say, but you know what I mean? Yeah, booked myself a ticket to a singles night to cheer me up on Thursday. Yeah. Yeah, well, you go for it. I was down 3/4 of a pound yesterday and another pound today. Oh, my God. That is so good because I know it's really important to Lucy. So let's all give Lucy a big round of applause or whatever we do on this kind of thing. It's you lose a pound, okay? If anyone is into MasterChef, John Torrade has just been sacked. Who is he? I don't know who he is and what did he do. I don't like him. No such thing as bad publicity as long as they spell your name correctly. You know what? That's really true, Marianne. You know who told me that there's no such thing as bad publicity as long as they spell your name correctly? Gary Glitter. He told me that. He said there's no such thing as bad publicity. I said, Gary. He said you don't understand, Lewis. And maybe I made this up. This is made up. Gary Glitter is not my friend. He's not my friend. He's not my friend. Is that funny, producer? He's not even listening. Okay. So there is such a thing as bad publicity. Especially we're in a war. We're in a war, and the globalists are winning in this country. The globalists are winning. Okay? I get weighed on the 25th. You should have a scale yourself. This is the modern world, Simon Arnold. I weigh myself every morning, and now lately in the afternoons just to see that I'm doing all right. It's a tremendous feeling. Isn't it a good feeling when you lose, and you'll feel healthier, and the less carbs you eat, the less mental you'll be. That's why Team World is winning, because they're all on carbs and they're very angry and mental. Carbs are bad. I heard a good joke today. Get ready for a good joke from Maltese Phil. The first celebrity chef to Mars should be Jamie Oliver, whether the smug likes it or not. Why is that a joke? I don't get the joke. Saying Lewis is the death of comedy is worse than the death of love, in my humble opinion. I mean, the fact is that they think is that, okay, at first they read the joke and they didn't think it was a joke. And my friend Doug was telling me that it was not a funny joke. It wasn't really that funny a joke. Anyway, then the Guardian, Georges Monbiot, said it was a joke. So it reminds me when the New York Times said I was a hack comedian. A hack, which means a comedian who does all the old jokes and no new jokes and not that interesting. Called me a hack comedian. And I thought, the New York Times called me a comedian. called me it was like such a pleasant thing, right? Has that ever happened to you guys? I like that you feel lighter when you walk, when you're losing weight. Now I feel lighter when I walk. It's just the gay me. The gay me. Is that a joke? I don't even know if that's a joke. I'd be careful. I read that the starving disabled joke got fewer than 50 Ofcom complaints. So the public as a whole obviously not bothered about it. I didn't read that. Where did you read that? That's good to know. That's actually true because they don't really report it unless it gets 50 or more. My saying that climate change did not exist, or was it COVID wasn't the thing, one of those two things, got way more than that, got like the third largest complaints. I'm not trying to get people to complain about me. I want people who would complain about me to laugh, maybe. Ain't nothing wrong with old jokes. Yes, but my point is that calling me a comedian, whatever it means a lot to me. 3 men walked into a pub, says Joe. She's talking to Mark J. You are so interesting and funny, says Lynn Carson. That is really nice of you. I always say at my comedy show, what do I say? I say, if you can't be funny, be interesting. And I go, my basic premise is I'm going to say something that's true. I hope it's interesting. Usually true things are interesting, and it can often be funny. That's the way my mind works. True, interesting, funny. Don't let them live in your head rent free. Well, that is thank you, Lynn, but that's a problem. That's a problem we all have. Is we let people live in our heads. Don't we let people live in our heads? You know, that's what makes us human. We're not a Wolverine or an alpaca, whatever. Okay, we listen to things. What are you listening to, Joodles, on GBN? I'm surprised that anyone listened into GB News would complain about the content unless it's rage watchers. Yeah, because it's not. Yeah, it's good. I haven't been asked to be on the show on Thursday. Maybe I won't be asked. Maybe that's the end of the line for me. You know, we'll have to get, I don't know. It's the end of the line. Yeah, that's the end of the line, but maybe it isn't. How many people complained about the joke? I don't know. But fewer, Carrie asked that question, but fewer than 50, because at 50, they printed in a thing. So, screw. To say, it's like these things. They tried to make it seem like I'm anti-gay. Ridiculous. Some of my boyfriends have said I'm such a bad kisser that I'm anti-gay. It's ridiculous. It's been 10 years. Maltese Phil says this. Okay. Maltese Phil says, it's been 10 years since my good friend came running out of the room shouting, "It's a boy. And he never went back to Thailand. Yeah, that's all right. I don't think it's bad. Maybe it'll get complaints. Lewis Schaffer read Maltese Phil's joke. Joodle says they didn't ask you to be on last week until Thursday, though. That's true. Well, I also got a call from them telling me to be a little less Lewis Schaffer. I don't know. GB News should ask you on every week, Lewis, every day. A lot of people tune in just because you're on. That's what I've heard. I've heard or if they're watching, Anyway, Lucy's laughing at Phil. Can you laugh at me, Lucy? Please, Lucy. Laugh at Lewis, Lucy. Well, we certainly didn't complain, Governor. Yeah. It's interesting. It's interesting. I'm having a cup of coffee. I'm having my second cup of coffee. A big cup of tea. I don't know if it's. I got my picture of me with Billy Burr. Do you see my picture with me with Billy Burr? We could talk about all this stuff. I guess. Where is this thing here? What's going on here? How about like that? That's all right. That's better that way. I used to watch Headliners if you were on. Yeah, this is what the Lewis Schaffer live stream is. It's 3 hours of people telling me that they like me. I'm horrible. Just hope I don't come to your house. That's all I can say. I get told off for laughing at you, Lewis. Yeah, because a lot of people don't think that I'm funny because I don't act like I should be funny. I'm not like a real comedian. Get Billy Burr on the show. Maybe I should. Okay. Greg Wallace. Remember what happened to him? Greg Wallace. Vantanai is asking. What about Greg Wallace? I don't especially care what he did, but I'm pleased he's sacked because he overplays the cheeky Cockney lad shtick and cooked carbs. Yeah. I mean, is he a cheeky Cockney kid? You know, I'm actually, he was not one of my favorites, but I really enjoyed going into those. I don't think I've ever seen the cooking programs, but I enjoyed when he went into the factories and it showed how they processed our food. I wasn't against it at the time, and now I just find it disgusting. And also John Turode, as I said earlier. Wow. Well, what did he do wrong? Can I Google what he did wrong? Let's go. Let's Google what he did wrong. Let's see what it says. Let's see what it says. If you see anything really personal on my screen, please tell me. What is this? What happened there? What happened there? I don't want that there. I don't want that there. I don't want that there. Hold on, going back. John. Have you heard of this guy, Columbus? Sorry. John Turode. He's Australian. They're always against it. Oh, that's him. He's famous. He confirms a racism allegation. Oh, yeah, racism, yeah. He was alleged to have used racist against a fellow. Let's see what he said. Fellow presenter said he had no recollection of the incident. Yeah, that's how they get you. Anyway, of an allegation using racist language upheld as part of an inquiry. The report. Yeah, this is how they get rid of the old guys and the old white guys so they can get somebody new. It happened in Nazi Germany. I don't want to say that it happened there, but that's what it happened. Okay. Then they let's see, in a post on Instagram, confirmed that the person alleged to have used racist language, but he said he had no recollection and was shocked and saddened. I'm aware of speculation that I'm one of the two other individuals against whom an allegation has been upheld. For the sake of transparency, I can confirm. Okay, let's just make sure we can see this. Okay. How do we know it's outside the house? Can you see what's on the screen, people? Let me just see if we can see what's on the screen. What is there?
Your package bomb has arrived.
I've got a package. That's so nice.
Let's see if it explodes. Maybe it's from one of your...
How did you know? Did you email me something to say that somebody was... How did you know there's a package? Are you in my house? What exactly is it? Oh my God, this is... Oh, somebody sent this to me. Oh, the body keeps the score. Oh, that's brilliant. That is brilliant. Oh, there you go. Okay, that is nice. I'll thank that person privately. It's also two books. Can you see the two books? One book is The Body Keeps the Score with a picture of Matisse. One of the Matisse cutouts, which happens. I happen to have Matisse cutouts on my bedroom wall. Look at this, producer. You see that? The Body Keeps the Score: Brain, Mind, and Body in the Healing of Trauma. I've been hearing about trauma for a very long time. A very, very long time. So this is good. I believe in trauma. I'm in trauma now. And then here's another book. Two books. This is really, really nice. How to Drink Tea. An illustrated guide about how to drink tea. Yeah, it's interesting. It's a little bit over-designed, but it could be very interesting. I mean, we could discuss how to drink tea. I think I know how to drink tea. Do you want to see this, producer? If you want to see this, producer. Okay, well, we thank you. John Turode made a weak comment at a private event. BBC Insider said he could step down quietly on the grounds of mental health. Angela, okay. The Body Keeps the Score. It's about trauma. Unfortunately, all of us have traumatic lives. That's why I don't quite believe in trauma. But I hope to read that book. It's quite an expensive book. Let's see how much it costs. What do you think? How much do you think this costs? I'm going to say this book says this says 13 pounds. So a round of applause. A round of applause. You don't have to send me anything unless you want to go to Patreon and send me some cash. Unless you want to subscribe, that's also a gift. And also you want to say you like it, which is good. You got presents, Lewis. What a nice person that sent you those books. That's what Claire C says. Herdy words. Laugh out loud. So what is the point? So did you want me to read this? I'm going to read this. Okay. I'm going to read this. Let's see. I'm trying to figure out what exactly happened here. What do you think happened? The Master Chef presenter, John Turode, is that the way you pronounce his name, has said that he was subject to an allegation of using racist language that upheld as part of the inquiry into the behavior of behavior of co-presenter Greg Wallace. The report, commissioned on the 26th by MasterChef production company Banijay UK, found that 45 of the 83 allegations against Wallace were substantiated, alongside 2 standalone allegations made against other people, including one using racist language. So they're saying he used, I don't know if is that what they're saying? Are they saying he used racist language? Can you read this for me? I'm not quite as literate as I could be. Or literary. I'm going to read the books, but I'm not that literary. In a post on Instagram, Turode confirmed that he was the person alleged to have used racist language, but he said he had no recollection of the incident, which makes him even more racist if you believe in racism, which Lewis Schaffer does not believe in racism. I believe some people... Well, what does racism mean? It's just a big fat lie. When, people, how do you know what people are thinking, whether it's a joke, even what it means? I mean, people, back in this country, they used to yell at people for being Welsh or Scots or English or whatever. You couldn't tell the difference what they looked like. Anyway, I'm aware of speculation that I'm one of the 2 other individuals against whom an allegation has been upheld, the statement said. Okay, that's what it says. So, what do you say? The person said they weren't. Let's get back on track here. So he made a weak comment. Angela Rippon introduces another edition of Top Gear. What does that have to do with it? Okay. I was going for $12.99. So no, it was $12.99. Sorry, it was $12.99. So you're right on the mark, Joe. I have that book, says Marianne Fitzpatrick. A good book on trauma and PTSD. My therapist recommended it to me. I am still dealing with the aftermath of an FBI raid on my house. Can you people type that? And that's when the FBI was really bad. I know we like to think, it's the FBI. But at that time, weren't they really bad? They were really bad during the Biden years. Hi, Lewis, says Peace Transport. Good on you, Marianne. See, Joodles, and I'm with you. You are still putting him on the news reading team, Archie. Okay, the person said they weren't offended. Repeal all hate laws. Yeah, repeal all hate laws. People, you can't say to somebody you can't hate. It's like saying something you have to love. You can't do it. But you do have to love me. Please love me. Please love me. Looks like after the Greg Wallace situation, they be either axing it or permanently or going for an overhaul. So maybe with regard to John, slightly witch hunting. Yeah, that's probably what they're doing. They're witch hunting, just putting it out there. No, I think you're right, Joe. It's absolutely nonsense, Lucy. Hard agree. Yeah, it's nonsense. And what they're doing is, first of all, it's our tax dollars that we're being forced to give them. I got so many of these letters from what's that place called? The BBC. If I can find the letters from the BBC. Where are the letters from the BBC? Hold on, let me find. 10-day window. I got a 10-day window. Who got the 10-day window letter? Here's a picture of me with my cat Phoebe. Okay, here's this. We did not hear from you. Maybe I need to send a message saying, Anyway, as a parent of twin 14-year-old girls complained about me once. Mr. So-and-so became angry with a pupil and raised his voice and scared my girls. People are so pathetic. You know what's really pathetic? Not that people are so pathetic. It's that we shouldn't. People are pathetic. All different kinds of people. BBC again. This is what Joe says. Okay. So, it's pathetic. It's pathetic. The question is, how do you handle that when a complaint is made against you? How does it handle? I'm racist. You think I'm racist. Here, let me show you a picture of my wife. Let me show you a picture of my wife. You're anti-gay. You're anti-racist. Hold on a second.
No,
don't show them.
No,
what?
do you not show a picture of Mum or whatever?
No, it wasn't Mom.
Of Rose?
No, I'm not showing a picture of Mom or Rose. I'm showing a picture of P8. No. Let's say somebody's called you an anti-race. Let's say they call you a racist. Oh, here's a picture of me with three of my boyfriends. I shouldn't say that because some of these people may be alive. This picture of you can't see. It's black people because it's a bunch of lies. They're using whatever they can because they want everybody to follow Team World. That's what they're trying. Team World, the globalists. Oh my God, I love pictures. I'm looking at pictures of my dad and my aunt and my mom, and then my grandmother. I had a family. I had some friends, but they're gone. Someone came and took them away, and that's what's happening now. I'm losing all my friends. Someone came and took them away. Do you love that song? You remember who sang that song? About 15 years ago, a crazy woman was trying to have a relationship with me. I turned her down because I was happily married at the time. I had numerous allegations made, all false. But it was a year of hell. Yeah, that can happen with women. That can happen. So what's your advice? Let me see if I can find a picture. You know what? That's the thing. There's a picture of my my ex-girlfriend Rose. She doesn't love me. Anyway, I think Kevin McKenzie said it about an Asian. Maybe he said Oriental. Yeah, didn't we discuss this the other day? When did we discuss Orientals? My guess is he used a word that is now considered to be somewhat politically incorrect rather than an actual racist slur. Yeah, because in order to make a negative racist comment, hold on a second, the breeze is coming in. In order to make that, right, I'm going to go back to the full screen. In order to make kind of like you have to know what the person's thinking. Did you mean it hatefully? Hold on one second. I'm going to close the window here. What is this? I thought I closed this. Okay. Yeah. I mean, that's why. What is racism? It's just trying to divide people and to point the finger at white people. It's anti-white. I'm sorry, producer. I'm sorry I'm saying that. He doesn't believe any of this. Okay. Kevin McKenzie, he's on GB News often, thinks to use a road that Aussies often use at home to describe Indians, but here it's unacceptable. He's a foreigner because of Australia. Let's cut a little bit of slack. I mean, the things that, let's cut some slack for each other. Let's hate if we want to hate. Let's hate. You got to have friends. Someone came and took them away, and I had some friends, but they're gone. That's right. I had some friends, but they're gone. Someone came and took them away. Kerry Mack is in the room. Kerry Mack. Leanne is here. I should show Leanne the thing that I packaged for. The Chubster. Who is the Chubster? I love that name. And I know the girls love the Chubster. Do you like the Chubster girls? Anyway, I had some friends, but they're gone. Someone came and took them away, and from the dusk till the dawn, I'm going to start to cry. This is where I'll stay, standing by the edge of the road, waiting for my new friends to come. I don't care if it's cloudy or windy, cold. Okay, I'm going to get me some friends. We need friends. We're friends. Are we all friends? I hope we're all friends. Anyway, Am I too loving to you people? I don't like you that much. When you find out I don't like you, you're going to be disappointed. Or maybe I do. Maybe some of you I actually love. Okay. Is that an actual song? I think it's Bette Midler. No, it's a real song. It's Bette Midler. Lewis, you are singing better than any buskers in Eastbourne. Thank you very much. Lewis, love the singing. Yes, we're all friends. Yes. I'll have what Lewis is taking. And what I'm taking is I'm so tired from last night that I've just decided I'm gonna just be as energetic as I can be. That's what it is, Chubster. Anyway, hey girlie, says Leanne. It's good to see Leanne in the room. Okay, so here we go. So Lucy asks, oh, it was an Indian Vatanai. Okay, I was only half listening. I don't know, can you say that? I mean, there's lots of words, you know, lots of words because they're dividing people. Next time anybody, remember Lewis Schaffer's rule, which is the first person to call you a racist is the racist. The first person to say you're an Nazi is the Nazi. It's just a fact. The fact, because they're thinking about it all the time. They're horrible, horrible people. I wish I had some. Yeah. Okay. Mark J says, all you need is the suit, top hat, cane, and tap dance shoes. I'd love that. Maybe when I get really thin, I could do that. Not really. I haven't been a bad dancer, but I haven't danced in a while. Remarkable is a good word for it. What is a good word? Joodle's asking Archie. So there you go. So that's what we're saying. We're saying it's a way that they get Rachel is in the house. This is the way they get older people in trouble so they can take their jobs and to feel that they're better than some older, more successful person with more money than them. That's what it's all about. There's a word for it. Schadenfreude. What is the word? It's in the 90s today up there in Peekskill, bright and sunny, but very humid. That's one thing about America. It can be humid, especially like in the Hudson River Valley. I've been there. Went to school there. Know how it is. They apparently, I don't know if I'm even allowed to. Don't write stuff like that because I'm just going to read it, Lucy, and then I'll be in trouble. Yeah, because they insult people. That's what Australians do. That's how they know you're their friends. Look at Prince Charles, whatever he said to somebody. He didn't mean any harm by it. As a matter of fact, he loves it. He loves foreigners. He loves the dirty, dirty, dirty foreigners. Schadenfreude is when you take delight in someone else's misfortunes. Yeah, well, this is kind of related, Joodles, to that. Joodle said that, is that they want to bring somebody down. Oh, you think you're the big shot. You're on that program. Just because I'm a tech worker on the thing bringing Coca-Cola or something. You think you're better than me. But look what happened. You said this to me and I'm bringing you down. It's all so crazy at the moment. A girl was sent home from school, which you'll have seen on the news, for wearing a Union Jack dress on celebrating culture and nationality, if I'm correct. Yes. Yeah, this is bad. I'm sorry for saying that it's bad. It's really, Joe, it's really bad. Thank you for pointing that out. So it's really bad. It's really bad. I mean, I'm no big fan of the English people, yourself included, but you have a right to be proud. I mean, honestly, Britain is one of the greatest, maybe the greatest country in the world in the past 2,000 years because you created America. You created America. You created Australia, New Zealand. You created South Africa. You created democracy. I mean, you didn't really, but you did kind of. You did. Parliament, whatever. You did a great thing. The world is crazy. I bought a Maltese flag patch for my jacket. It's shipped from France. What does that mean? Yeah, made in China. That's the way it is, Maltese Phil. The Irish are the best, laugh out loud. Yeah, the Irish they're good. The Irish are good. I mean, the English are better, but the Irish, I don't know. I grew up with Irish people where they were, parents, grandparents were Irish. I mean, that's New York. Nobody went around saying, I'm English. Oh, I thought, yeah, the English are great. The English are great, and maybe our day will come again. Our day. Did you hear me say that? I don't even know why I've taken the English team. I should just lay off. I've heard some Irish using the C word colloquially, but in the U.S. it is considered very offensive in mixed company. Yes, it is. It is. I mean, here it's in America it means the actual part of the woman's body. I think isn't that what the C word means? I was in a bar a few years ago, and there was an Irish fella ranting. Everyone was cracking up. It was the most racist thing I've ever heard. I've ever heard. Yeah, in New York, you used to be able to make jokes about different, I mean, I had a joke about making jokes. I said, in America, you could call people whatever you wanted to. In this country, we call it racism. In America, you call it genocide. Okay, that didn't come out that well. I was in a state of panic after the mistype. My keyboard, puts me in some awkward spots. Blame Knut. Anyway, Knut. So that's very important. That is really, really important. Okay, now let's move on to the content portion of the show. Does anybody have anything that they're working on right now that we should address before we can move on? I make a list of things we should discuss. And I hope we can have time to discuss them. This John Turode guy. Where are we with John Turode? Where are we? That John Turode guy. I support the guy. I don't even know why I support. Should I support the guy? The comment portion of the show. Yeah. I mean, the content. Yeah, content. I think we need content. Here's a picture of me. With Patrice O'Neill, and just really, really nice. Really, really nice. Pizza crust in Laos. What does that mean? Pizza crust in Laos. Is this a joke? Try not to tell jokes that I don't understand. Shanks is laughing at the Joodles. We are your content. Yeah, or my mnemonic device. I need to look at something in order to speak. I can't just speak to dead air. I know you got to respect those comedians who can speak to dead air, right? Let me put this over here. Should that go this way? Or should it go that way? Yeah. Yeah. Both your parents, Claire C., both my parents are from County Galway. And the beautiful thing is they came to this country and then they became English. But if we had let in millions and millions of people, that wouldn't have been the case. We're talking about the Irish people. Get your knees out, fellow. All right, there you go. She's into the knees. So today, what I wanted to say, you've made me happy because the first thing I wrote down was I've got a sense of doom. I'm feeling doomy. So Daddy Bannister said, you asked what was going on, Lewis, and I said, pizza crust in. I don't know. With a Laotian flag. I don't know. Are you in Laos right now? Darius, Leo, and Nick were on Three Speech Nation yesterday talking about headliners. What did they say? I don't know what they said directly, but I pretty much can believe that they said similar things to what I've said here. I know a way to make you happy, Lewis. You've read it here. Morney, that's the true star of the show. Yeah, tell me about it. So what exactly does that mean? Does anybody understand that? So you, Daddy Bannister, live in Laos, which is right next to Vietnam, and between Vietnam and Thailand, and between north of Cambodia. There you go. Claire's came round, and she come round. Let her come round. She can come round. Nunhead. Okay. Come try Laos diet too, bro. Well, what is a Laotian diet? Is it similar to a Vietnamese diet? Can't you get together with some of the others and do a 1 hour live stream like headliners? Well, as I have discussed, yeah, maybe we'll do that. Or, I mean, I don't think it won't be the same because it won't have the police control that an Ofcom regulated program has, which prevents the humor because people will know there are things we cannot discuss. Anyway, Marianne asks Lewis a question. Is there any fish that is good to eat? Yes. I know that some has too much mercury, which is why pregnant women are advised to limit their fish intake. Yeah. I don't know. I had fish last night. I had 225 grams of wild salmon cooked in butter. Yeah, so I would say, yeah. I mean, the problem is, I mean, where you are, they're coming out of the Atlantic Ocean. They're probably all right, but I would not eat too many of it. You want good vitamins, not vitamin. You want omega 3 levels. That's what you'd want. You'd want omega 3. So eat lamb. Lamb has that, and there's enough of omega 3 in beef and eggs. But fish is very good. I mean, it's not the savior that it's going to be. It's not the savior. Okay, well, this is a question. Can we not... Will you just have an affair? I'd like to find out the information about this. Or just leave your hubby. We're not talking... I guess she doesn't want to talk about that. I had sausage and eggs for tea. Yummy. That's a round of applause. With the eggs runny. Make sure the eggs are running. And you got to cook the whites. So, yeah, let's find out the answer. But Doomy sounds horrific. Yeah, I feel like when that girl is sent home from school. She's an English girl. She's British. She's not even wearing the English flag, but she's considered some kind of racist because she's that way. That's really horrible. I reckon that smiley face was an answer, Lewis. Is that what it was? Is that the face? I can't really tell what the face is. Is that the face? Yeah, well, she's probably just, who knows what she's thinking. Head of BBC addresses future of MasterChef. Yeah, let him take it off the air. Let him waste all of our money. The people like it. They spend millions of pounds on that program. They built it up into something that people love. And now they're going to have some kind of horrible program on to replace it. This is the BBC. But you want to watch the BBC? You go ahead. You watch the BBC. You send them money. That's the propaganda. Oh my God, I'm really bad. I reckon, okay, I scrambled it together in butter. Yeah, that's kind of like the British way. But even scrambling, I saw Paul Saladino, who I'm not a huge fan of, but he broke the egg whites onto the pan and then put 4 egg yolks on the semi-cooked egg whites. And that sounded like it was all right. So that's that. Let's see what else is going on. So Shanks, did you enjoy watching the program? Three speech podcast. I mean, they're guys that I like. I like Darius, and I like Leo, and I like Nick. So I'm all right. I hope I'm all right. More knee, says Vantanai Music. No, and I can't show you the knee because I've got whatchamacallit. I've got long trousers on because I had to leave the house today, so I had long trousers on. So my sense of doom is just a couple of things. One is I'm getting older. That's number one. Number 2, I've got women flirting with me. Thank you, Claire. I've got a woman flirting with me. And I can't say no. I'm sorry to all the ladies that are flirting with me. I just can't say no. I want to be flirted with. I want to be appreciated and liked. I want someone to find me attractive, Moorish, don't we all? Especially the guys. do we get enough love, guys? We don't get enough love. Women get some love. There'll always be one guy, right? Who will, for every girl with no arms is one guy with no legs, or vice versa. So we want love, and men want love. That's what I'm saying. So I feel a bit doomish because I want love, but I know how sensitive women are. They want, in the beginning they're very picky in the beginning. Very picky. You are gorgeous, Claire. See, this is the thing. Why on earth would women flirting with you make you feel doomy? Because one woman is brilliant, but if you have 2 or 3 or 5, you can make you feel doomy because you think to yourself, they go, yeah. I don't have to explain it. Do I have to explain it to you, Joodles? I'm not ugly, just fat. The ladies don't seem to like that. That's why we're losing weight. Are we not losing weight, Phil? Yeah, women don't like fat men. They don't. I'm the best looking I can be pretty much at this age. I'm not like I looked when I was 20 or 30, but I'm trying my best to look good. Have you got a vest under your shirt? Who are you talking to? Why don't you speak on the 13th September Free Speech Day? Would be great. Well, I believe in free speech. I believe in free speech. I will continue to flirt with you, Lewis. That's what Claire sees. She doesn't care. She doesn't care that it's making me feel doomy. I get scary when people your own age or younger die, and that's what happens. Everybody's dying, right? They're all dying. They're younger than me, and they're dying. Free Speech Day, Leanne says. Yeah, that's great. I don't know many women as sensitive as you, Lewis. Fear not. Yeah, women aren't sensitive. Ask the guys here, are we sensitive? I've been there. I've been Me Too'd once. I've been, just the unhappiness that I caused this person so that she would cry. Remember to like and subscribe, peeps. That would be great. Like and subscribe. On the dating apps, I try to be honest. If you're looking for Jason Momoa, I believe he's taken. Let them pretend you're Jason Momoa. Let them pretend. And he doesn't look that great now. Have you seen what he looks like? Basically, he was killed by Amber Heard. Amber Heard's a perfect example. Jay Evans says, get in contact with Tommy. Okay, women are so sensitive. Yeah, women are not. Yay, women are not sensitive. You're saying let's take a vote. Are women sensitive? They're sensitive for some things, but other things they're not sensitive. Jason has had too much work done. Oh, has he? I didn't know that. That he had too much work done. I think women, you're saying the women are not sensitive or they are sensitive? Mark asks, and takes too much steroids. He took too much steroids. Yeah, it makes you look bad. I don't know if he does. I can't say that he does, but steroids, I've been following the steroids, exercise and steroid use. Yes, it's not good. A little bit of exercise. But, so that's the thing. And ever since I've become an international comedy star, controversial international comedy star, is things, they start looking really good, and then they're not so good. Get in touch with Timmy No Breaks. Who is Timmy No Breaks? Maltese Phil says, I just exercise and diet. My advice to you is don't do any exercise and just diet. Okay. I will have to Google him. Who are you Googling? It's sad the amount of men and women that take steroids these days, Mark says. Pressure to look good. Yeah, and then what happens? What happens when you take the steroids? It's too much. Okay, yeah, pressure to look good. Archie Klum says sensitive in parts. I think you're talking about women. You said both things about 3 sentences apart. Yes, I did. And that's why I'm a man. I could say both things. I could say women are super sensitive. It's like a cat. Brian Mansfield, why have you got a YouTube channel? Has Has Go News sacked you? No, they haven't sacked me. I wanted to be on 24 hours. GB News. Do you think that they have? And even if they did, people get sacked from the TV. I don't think I got sacked, but, maybe they did. I don't know what the right answer is. I don't know. Do you mean well or do you mean bad? But thank you very much, Brian, for coming in and talking to us. Their backs start causing them a lot of pain after they stop and they get older. Plenty of wrestlers who used roids, had severe back problems later in middle age and old age. Yeah. You still do extra work. Yeah. I met you briefly at Pinewood. Oh, there you go. Hello, Brian. Yeah. Yeah, no, things, I'm not a success, Brian. So it's, so if you say, you're doing a podcast because you're not on a TV enough, it doesn't hurt my feelings. The fact that I was on TV for 3 years without being fired was amazing. Too many people now, no work. It's always going to be that way. Lewis is not sacked from GB News. He is still on the Late Show sometimes. Yeah. But he is right, because a lot of times people say, "Oh, you're not on TV. This is bad." Like, look what's going to happen to Gary Lineker after he gets fired. He's going to make way more money. A lot of these guys, look what happened to Tucker Carlson. He makes way more money. So, and he's quite happy doing what he's doing. So there you go. What film were we working on, Brian Mansfield? So we'll find out what that is. So yeah, GB News should do a live music show with new bands. Yeah, they should do lots of things. It's very expensive. There's a war. Oh, that Star Wars offshoot where I had a very important part. They fired me from that. They didn't need me. They didn't use me at all. Star Wars offshoot, whatever it was called. Tucker Carlson went to bed with his dogs, then woke up bitten and SC. Andor, what does Andor mean? Gary Lineker has 3 podcasts making him gazillions already. Yeah. And maybe he doesn't want to be told what to do. That he can't say this, he can't say that, like Lewis Schaffer. I've tried to be honest here. Do I seem like I'm being honest with you people? Everyone can't be on TV, can they? Is this Pete's Transport? No, I am not on TV. But I could have a YouTube channel. Yeah, you all could have a YouTube channel. Lewis, navigating the comedy profession nowadays must feel like walking a tightrope, a steadily narrowing tightrope. It is Ander, that's the name, Star Wars, Ander. I had a part for a week, and then there you go. But Andor, yeah. I mean, look at the trouble I got. They've called me anti-gay. They've called me anti-diet disability. It's like crazy. Fight war. Not wars. Well, we need to fight one war at a time. Crass. Where is Kinsey and Chris King, by the way? I don't know. Lewis. Yeah, so Archie Klum is right. It's not easy. It's never, can I just tell you something? It's never easy to be a comedian. And if you find it easy, if it is easy, you could be a hack comic because you're just saying the stuff that everybody else is saying. Why would any normal person want to listen to Gary Lineker? Because he's saying things that people believe. It's saying about being a good guy. When you listen to Gary Lineker, I'm a good guy. I support, Palestinians who are being, killed. I'm a good guy. I'll let anybody come into the country. I'm a good guy. That's what he's saying. No, you had a YouTube channel. I don't know. Is that what you're saying, Brian? Exactly my thoughts. I missed something here. Okay. Sorry, Lewis. Sentence in full. Tucker Carlson went to bed with his dogs, then woke up scratched and bitten and swore that he'd been attacked by the devil during the night. All right, so this is a joke that you're making. Yeah, it could be. Remember who he is. He's a Washingtonian. He's from Team World, I think. I mean, I like the guy, but I think lately, the fact is Israel is fighting for its life. And when I mean life, I mean the life of every single person living there. When they say the river to the sea, that's bad. That's really bad. You're on an iPad, fancy. Fancy. But yeah, we're fight. Israel's fight. So, maybe Israel has done some bad things, but still fighting for their lives. And that's what I like about Israel, too. They're not going to take any more shite. They're not going to take any more of it. And that's not being nice for me to say that. That's not being nice. And I think that's what we have to do. It's not easy being green. That's a song. No, because remember what the river is. It's a tiny little river. I saw a very interesting thing about it's like Malta. Malta, how many people are in Malta? Still you have a right to be a country, don't you? We don't like Lineker. I mean, I don't know. I don't like Lineker. Just a virtue signaler. He drives around in a V8 Mercedes, but pretends to be an eco zealot. Yeah, could be. But I'm a free speech absolutist. How does GB News afford to exist? It makes some money on the websites. It makes some money on the on advertising, and it's been basically given money by rich people. God bless the rich people. God, as opposed to the BBC, who steals it from every person living in this country, or tries to. They're going to come after me. I apologize. That's why I'm feeling a bit doomy, because I can't keep my mouth shut. I don't know. Maybe I'm a visitor in the country. I've been here 25 years, but I'm still a visitor in the country. Where are you? Where do you live, Brian? Mansfield? Do you live in Mansfield? I know what Mansfield is. Thanks, Joodles. What are you saying? Kermit, bless him. I don't know. I missed something. People don't seem to like him. And Penge. Oh, that's close to Lewis Schaffer. I had a bit of Penge, and then I went to a doctor. That's my Penge joke. It sounds like a disease, nothing personal. I had my son circumcised in Penge. Did you see the report today that 30,000 more people have stopped paying the license fee? I haven't seen that, but why should you pay it? I never watch it. I don't have a TV set here, but you can figure that they'll knock on the door and say, we want to see whether you've got a TV. You used to live in Peckham Rye on Shomer Road. It's really nice on Shomer, in the estate there, whatever that's called, in the kind of the Mews. Yes, the BBC is a tax, really. I hardly ever watch the BBC, but I have to pay for it. Yeah, it's a tax. And then they ram the ideology down your throat. It's horrible. Hey, beautiful people. And Lewis, only kidding, Lewis. Thank you very much. A joke is as good as an insult. Nick Dixon is making his first appearance on GB News tonight since headliners ended. Yeah. Well, I didn't know it was the first time. But yeah, and he's being paid by them, and he's quality. Near Costa Street. I don't know. I'll have to look that up. Could you do me a favor, Brian? Can you like the feed, and can you subscribe? Because I know you'll be back. I'm not asking a big favor. Maybe it is a big favor, but yeah. If the grunts knock on the door, just tell them no, thank you, and shut the door. Well, in theory, that's what you could say, but they could say, oh, you did something wrong. Oh, you have already. Okay, well, thank you very much, Brian Mansfield, who lives in Penge, who used to live in Peckham. Hey, Steve, says Lucy. I love Lucy. I love Lucy. There you go. That's where it came from. I love Lucy. Gary only took in a migrant after years of him being told to, in response to his own open borders speeches. He also took money from Qatar after criticizing them a lot. He's a false virtue guy. Yeah. It's like when they accuse me of basically being brainwashed by GB News for the amount of money they're paying me. But I would be brainwashed if they paid me a decent amount of money. I hope I'm not brainwashed. I like GB News. Is it perfect? It's pretty damn good. It's not that perfect. You can't believe the amount of pressure GB News is on, the owners of GB News is on. They're under pressure. They're under pressure. And then you're afraid. You say something, and maybe he'll say something bad about me. He'll make a funny, because he's really funny, Gary Lineker. And to be honest, I loved what is it, match of the day. I really liked it. And because of him, I thought he was great. I'm not going to say, oh, I don't want him on the air. I'm a free speech absolutist. Let him say what he wants to say, but we shouldn't have to pay for it. And that's why people are always they're always questioning whether, yeah, Gary Lineker, maybe he's not funny. I don't know if he's funny, but he knew a lot about the game, it seemed like. Maybe he doesn't. I couldn't tell the difference. I've got Queen and Bowie doing Under Pressure in my head now. Yeah, we're under a lot of pressure. What does Desi Arnaz have to do? I Love Lucy, yeah. Archie Clume. Yeah, I can't tell if I just thought he was making football really good. Really good. And he went, and I'll tell you why I respect him. He went to work in Spain. As an Englishman in Spain, when English people wouldn't even go on holiday in Spain. So you got to give the guy credit. Thank you. What did I say that was funny? Joodles? Mark J. Same. I used to watch him a lot back in the day before I stopped watching the BBC for other reasons. Yeah. I can't watch it because I don't watch Match of the Day. Same. I used to watch him a lot. That's what Mark J. says. So where did Brian Mansfield go? Anyway, there's some good people. That's the problem. They're good people. It's like anybody who hates Jews has got to know that all of the music you're listening to, all of the audio, visual stuff. Yeah, there you go. Okay, thank you. You got to be careful not to leave me because I just get very lonely. You met me in person. Do I seem this way in person? I met Mark Mansfield, Brian Mansfield. He should have stuck to the game, Pillock. Well, maybe they're saying that about me. I used to like Lewis Schaffer before he became all political. I used to like him before he became... Yeah, that's what they say to me. Why can't I say something? You're on the ferry, but you're at the Isle of Wight, Mike Mansfield. You're okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. I know, Steve Cuff. Tempstress. Who's a tempstress? Are you saying you're a... Joodles is a tempstress. You can tell that. I talk to you. Yeah. Because I'm a great guy. Do I seem arrogant? I say horrible things about people, and you could clip something out. You could clip but I don't know. That's what I like about being on the film set. I like being on the film set because you're talking to people. Here's a notice. Lewis, you are wonderful. I love seeing you in your own home. That's all I could read. That's nice of people. And when you're on the film set, you're meeting people for the first time. I am in Nunhead. You're meeting people I can't say that. Don't pay attention to that. I trust all you people. But it's like being like the first day at school where you get to meet all the people there. It's midnight here, Lewis. Okay, it's midnight. Where are you? Oh, you're in Laos. Yeah, in Laos. No, Lewis, you are the temptress. We see in you those pale trousers teasing us, as Steve pointed out. Can you see the pale trousers? I'd like you to see me naked, kind of. I'd like you to see me naked. But someone's going to get to... Anyway, do you go see Monochrome set when they play? No, what is Monochrome? I've never heard of them. I've never required that. I'm the temptress. Thank you, Joodles, for saying that I'm the temptress. That's the good thing about being in the... being on the film set it's all a new wave punk band, post-punk. Well, those are some of my favorite bands, the post-punk things. Let me write it down. I'm going to write it down. Monochrome set. Monochrome set band. Well, where are they playing? East 5445. Is that like a phone number or something? East 5. It's at the pub in Nunhead. Well, let's maybe we should Google that. Let's Google that band, but we can't play any music. Ready? Okay. We're going to play that monochrome. Monochrome, you give me the lights, the bright colors. You give me the days of summer. You make it seem all the world's a sunny day. I got a Nikon camera, monochrome set. None. Okay. Yeah, there you go. With the Ivy House. There you go. With the Ivy House. That's so cool. That's so cool. Do you hear about this? That's really, really cool. From Under the Radar magazine. There you go. They were there June 17th, 2023. So that's 2 years. And you need a couple of modes of transportation to get to Nunhead. It's basically unreachable. It's unreachable. Anyway, they performed first at the pub in 2015, so they're a bit older. How big is that? There they go. They look about 35, 40. They look about 35, 40. It's a whole big review. One of the fans remembers his monochrome set gigs in 1979. Oh, okay, so they're not 35. They look young because they're thin. They're thin. They're thin. Can you see the picture of this? Can you see the picture? Oh, sorry. Sorry. Here's the picture of it. You got to remind me if I'm reading something. Can you see this? I'll leave it like this. You can see how thin and beautiful they are. Okay. Yeah. They play regular. I never even heard of them. They're from 1979. That's when Lewis Schaffer, I got into, I was 22 years old back then. Alas, the moment is gone. Let's see. Bass player was in Adam and the Ants in 1977. Yeah, Adam and the Ants. Yeah, I'm wearing a beige. These pants are from like the 1980s or something. What am I saying? They play regular. Let's see if we can find a gig where they're playing. Maybe we can all meet there. How about that? I'm sitting in Papa John's and not eating. So that is amazing, Leanne. Exceptionally proud of myself. Let's give Leanne a big round of applause. Because the other day I was thinking about having a slice of pizza myself. And I didn't. And then yesterday I was walking near there. I walked right across the street from the pizza place. And I said no. I'm enjoying thinking about the pizza, but I'm not going to have it. My mother, Mark J. says, my mother used to like Adam and the Ants and David Essex. Rock on, lose my soul. Whatever that song is, rock on. You remember that song? So big round of applause. So we're going to look here. We're going to find out where monochrome is playing. Control A, whoops, that's not it. I'm pressing the wrong numbers. Monochrome. Monochrome set gigs. Now, let's see what it says. Okay, forthcoming gigs. There's a gig in September at the West Hampstead Arts Club. Maybe we can go see that. West Hampstead Art Club. A monochrome set tickets. Let's see what it is. Monochrome set. Our next gig is September 13th. The venue is tiny. It will be very intimate. Don't miss out. Get your tickets now. Maybe we can all meet there. 13th September. Okay, there they are. They're so slender. That's what you need to be to stay young. Who's the girl? Who is the girl? 4,500 followers. Yeah. Let's see what's going on. They're playing at the Albert. No, is that 0410? They're playing in October at the Albert. Let's see what else where they're playing. They're 39 tickets for their gig on We got to buy the tickets. How much are the tickets? Let's see how much the tickets are. Buy tickets. Am I allowed to press this here? 21 pounds to see the monochrome set. Playing at the West Hampstead Arts. West Hampstead Arts. I mean, there's only 39 tickets, so get a ticket. Take me. Take me. I might be in prison by them because I'm trashing Gary Lineker or whatever. Is that a laugh? Is that a laugh? I thought that maybe he was laughing. Okay. Do you like Gang of Four? I used to like Gang of Four. I forgot what the song was for Gang of Four. Yes. Yes. I don't let me remember what the Gang of I'll have to look it up. Can I look up what the Gang of Four is? Let me look it up.
They were Chinese. They were, like Mao's wife and stuff.
Yes, Columba. Yes, yes, director. But the actual band, there was a band called Gang of Four. So let me just see if I can find that. But that's right. That's exactly my son. For a young person and for any person is incredibly knowledgeable about all this stuff. He knows about the world. He knows about the world. He spends too much time. Gang of Four band. Let's see what the songs are. To Hell with Poverty. Let's see. I don't know what the hit song is. What is the hit song for Gang of Four? Lucy. Okay, Adam the Ants was the first single that you bought. That's something that stays with you forever. That sounded hard, Steve. I am only a year younger than Lewis. I would never have beige trousers. I don't want to be old. Yeah, I think because these are not even that. They're not baggy ones. They look more modern, but I've got baggy ones from Banana Republic. Well, they're different from America. They're quality. Okay. I thought we were all meeting in Barcelona in February. Well, we still have time to plan that too. I don't think I'm going to be able to make Barcelona. I shouldn't lead you people on. Rock on. Wait a second. Don't you ever, and something, Prince Charming, that's all I've ever hear about from her record player. Some days it was Elvis. Okay. Wait till they play Nunhead again. Okay. The Ivy House is a great place for like semi-famous bands. Dr. Feelgood played there. At home, okay. Let's see what's going on. Let's see. I'm trying to find out what is the song To Hell with Poverty. Okay, I'm going to listen to that, and we're going to take a 2-minute break. Can we take a 2-minute break? We're going to take a 2-minute break. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Wow. Okay. Okay. Gang of Four. I've been listening to it. Yeah. Well, remember I was in 1980 when this was on the. I was 23 years old. I was 23 years old, and I was out of school, so you didn't quite hear as many of the new songs. Yeah. So that's really good. Okay. Thank you, Lucy, for that. How many people are watching? Anybody know? Anyway, 37 is a good age to say it. It's better than 39. It's better than 50. It's better than 68. Yeah, of course it's a good age. Whatever, hey, young is better. I brought some mint 45s from the 60s today at the charity shop. Yeah. I remember records. I threw out all my old records because people are always saying, just throw it out, just throw it out. I threw it out, and I had I'm not saying I had a lot of records, but I had a couple of boxes. There you go. Thanks, Pete, for that. There's some really good bands from that period. Thank you, Simon Arnold. Thank you. I had to go to the other room and get what's going on. The window keeps opening. I'm gonna have to close the window more firmly. Okay, just so you just stay there. You can look. You can look at the empty chair. That's what the show's called, Empty Chair. When 30 years fly by in the blink of an eye, I refuse to cry. That was almost poetic. That was poetic. Yeah, it's pretty bad. But then again, you don't know it's flying by. So how do you know? I mean, how do you know? Is it flying by? Approaching Menace, Beige Edition. Is that one of the songs? I mean, the Gang of Four, yeah. I mean, that was of the time. That was when China wasn't as dangerous as they are now. Oh my God, the window keeps on open. Whoa. Can you help me, please, Columbus? Can you help me? This is so embarrassing. This is really bad. Can you help me, please?
I don't know what I'm meant to do.
You're meant to put the chair under me, maybe.
Well, the entire thing's fallen down. So.
Yeah, it's in there. No, it's in there. I'm gonna put this piece. There's a piece that goes in here. Yeah, that goes in there, maybe. I mean, I don't. Okay, just you hold it. Just stay right there. Oh my God, this is so embarrassing. Okay, good job. Hold on, push it and keep it up. Oh, there we go. Well, there we go. Okay, good. Well, careful. There we go. Here, do me a favor. I'll do this. Here. This is. Well, careful. You want to put that up there. Thank you, producer. Oh, it's exciting. Was that exciting? Okay. All right. The people are gonna say you did that on purpose. This show is the most chaotic show. I don't know how people. I think it's all right. Clumsy clot, says Lorna. Yeah, no, it's just I haven't fixed it. I've been meaning to fix it. It's pasted up there, and then I'm adding this new. Okay, my health and safety. Yeah, I should have been in the other chair. That was drama. It's curtains, says Steve Cuff. Curtains for me. Funny. Pull yourself together. Okay, and I'm standing on the swivel chair. Yeah, it's not that good. Anyway, I know I should be concerned about my health and safety. Drape gangs will love the content. Yeah, maybe they will. They'll see that. I got new curtains here. Well, they're not new. I found them on the street but I've cleaned them. Please tell me you have a curtain pole and that you've not been asked to thread the curtains yet. No. What it is it's on one side. It's basically stuck into a hole in the wall so it can come out. I would have a friend who would fix it, but he's dead. So he can't fix it. So I have to fix it. I have to fix it. My curtains don't fit my pole, so I use cable ties. It's interesting, cable ties. Well, remember, we're guys. We're guys. We don't care. We're guys. We don't care. We don't care. Risk, guys. It's a circus stunt. It's a circus stunt. I hate it when my fixie friends die. It's the worst. Yeah, my fixie, he would have fixed it. He would have fixed it. I mean, he did my bathroom for me, but I gotta paint my bathroom. It's been this way for like years. I'm one of those people. I'm a messy hoarder who doesn't care. But they're gonna say, "Oh, I'm a member of the ruling class because I'm on the TV and I'm whatever it is." It was really sad that he died. Why did he die? Because he was an alcoholic. Okay, he was an alcoholic and he was a working man, an actual British working man. Okay. Voted Labor, voted for his own demise. Anybody who votes Labor doesn't care about themselves. Google John Shuttleworth's Austin's ambassador, Reg. He likes beige. He does good, funny songs. Yeah, I don't know him personally. The first word of that comment is where you fell down. Simon Arnold. Okay, there you go. I think it's a joke. Buy blinds. You mean the kind that go like that? I know. I think this is all right. This is doable. It's doable. I mended my shopping trolley wheel with some sellotape. Yeah, you got to do what you got to do. Your father-in-law, who was young, I'm not talking to you, Lucy. You're bad. Hey, Vicky. Vicky's here. Yay. She loves Shuttleworth. Graham Fellows, that's his name. Venetian blinds. Yeah, he was younger than me. Yeah, he was younger than me. Okay. I'm not going to apologize for that. I'm sorry. I will apologize. I was only kidding about someone behind the curtains. Yeah. I mean, I should have been more conscientious about that, but I think, these are the moments that in the future, you're going to clip out these moments and say, this is what you're missing on the Lewis Schaffer Uncooked live stream. You're missing moments like this. I don't think there's any other live stream similar to this. Do you think there is? So, well, we got people watching. Thank you very much. So, a big round of applause. Why do you mention Gang of Four? Why do you mention Gang of Four? Why? Who's on the phone again? Steve Cuff is on the phone. No, I had to go on the phone in order to listen to the Gang of Four, which is exactly the kind of music that I used to like when I was young. Exactly that music. Exactly. It was, it was punk, and then it became a little bit better, and those were the really good years when the music was it wasn't just slashing was really good at the time. But then as as time goes on, you need the Police, or you need Talking Heads, or you need a Blondie. You need it to be a little bit more musical. So there you go. So now I got to get back on track. So sense of doom, we've discussed that. Everything's going to be okay. Everything is going to be okay. I'm saying everything is going to be okay. I got my test results back yesterday, if you remember, and my EGFR, which is my renal function, has gone down. It's now 38. It was 43, and it's gone down. So it's gone down about 10%. So that's not great, but it is what it is. I learned something, Armitage, says Pete Transpose. I didn't know his real name. Loves his song. Okay, who are you talking about there? Oh, Graham Fellows. Yeah. I mean, these are people, these are very... I moved here 25 years ago. These were the people. There was a very Britishy type of comedy, which I was not a big fan of. I'm more of a fan of now. Anyway, so the good news is my cholesterol has gone down. Not that I care. It's very high. It's 6.5. And my triglycerides have gone up to 0.9, which is still pretty low. Right? And then And then my LDL is at 4.5. I don't know whether you know anything about this. You probably don't care. So what should we do? Should we just take a break for a second while I regain my energy? That was a bit stressful. What do you think? Is it a bit stressful? And Lucy, yes. Yes is your answer to that question. What is Pigeons in Flight, Lucy? Is that one of the songs that they had? Is that one of the songs? Beef curtains, they're good. Okay. Beef curtains, that's good. Let's see what this is. Let's see. Okay. I'm feeling it. Can I just sit here for a bit? Do I have to talk every single second? Do I have to talk every single second, producer? Count Arthur is another one from 25 years ago. Count Arthur Strong. Yeah. I mean, it's very Britishy comedy. It's like, you know. Just amuse yourself while I'm just reading what you have to say. I mean, I was watching Osmongold. Osmongold, he wasn't talking every single second. I'm talking every single, too much Lewis Schaffer talking, basically. Hold on one second. Okay. I just sneezed. Jilted John, says Simon Arnold. I don't know what that is. I don't know what Jilted John is. Thank you very much, Mark J. There's a few of those people that, from the early 2000s. I could probably find out the names for you. They don't mean anything to me, so I don't remember. Probably couldn't remember the names even if they meant something to me. But they are a lot of them are really, really good. Really good. I didn't think that they were good at the time. Did you think that they were good at the time? I didn't think they were good. Thank you, Maltese Phil, for saying we will amuse ourselves. Osmongold, yeah, I guess he plays, but yeah. Lucy, you're right, he plays video games. Vicky, this is Armitage Biddy. I've booked to see Count Arthur Christmas Carol in December, yeah. These are people who've got like lifetime audiences like Ken Dodd. Shuttleworth was a punk act called Jilted John, 1978-ish. My husband was called Gordon, and it pissed him off when I sang it to him. Yeah, guy would keep you. Preferred the Jacksons, says Joe. That was Lorna's husband named Gordon. It's on Top of the Pops. I mean, there was some good music back then. I mean, some really, really good British English music, but they're going to outlaw music, right? Is that what they're going to do? They're going to make it so you can't watch music. And they're not going to have any women singing the music, and they're going to have, going to be all praising somebody. Jimmy Clitheroe. Who is that? Jimmy Clitheroe. So Lucy, so it's kind of a new table. Joodles has gone up to number 3. Joe is number 2. Who's at number 1? I don't know how they figure this out, because he's the Joy Division. Oh my God, I love Joy Division. And I love New Order. The two of them. And it's so sad. The guy killed himself, right? It was like really, really sad. Oh my God, that brought me back a memory, Joe says. Maltese Phil is number 1. God bless you, Maltese Phil. but Joy Division and New Order, you know. Maybe got blue eyes, baby's got red eyes, baby's got green eyes, baby's got this on. What a great song. What a really, really good song. I mean, those are really good times. I don't know if they were good times, but I remember, I used to hang out in a bar where, what's his name? The artist. What's the artist who was friends with Andy Warhol and Keith Haring and whatever. And he used to come into the bar, the Great Jones Cafe. Lived across the street for what's the guy's name? And we got into a conversation about New Order. I remember asking him, where did this come from? He said, it's from England. It's and then he mentioned whatchamacallit? He mentioned Joy Division. But so sad that he died. We can't go about doing that to ourselves. Okay? You cannot go. Dr. Feelgood played in Nunhead. But we can't do what the Joy Division guy did. You know, I know none of you are thinking that, but I just think it's so important. Especially if you've got kids. Even if you don't have kids, you got people who love you. It's like, oh, you hear what happened to that guy. He didn't feel loved. And you say to yourself, well, I loved him. I loved her. You know, it's a mean thing. It's bad enough when people die of natural causes, right? You know, so that's why we're also focusing on our diet. Because we want to live long lives to make people happy. Healthy lives. We want to be able to go walk to the shop. OMD, another great band, Orchestral Maneuvers in the Dark. They were really great new wave bands. They were totally good. They were totally good. That's what we've got to do. Who's the other? Then there was a type of music in New York called no New York or no wave music. Did you ever hear of that? Probably you never did because you got to be from New York. No New York, which was a compilation album from, let me guess what year it came out. 1979, 1978. Is a compilation of no wave music released in 1978. And hold on a second. And it was released track listing. Let's see who's on there. James Chance, Lydia Lunch. I don't even remember all these people. Lydia Lunch. Robin Crutchfield. R2 Lindsay was basically famous. DNA. Mars. I mean, they weren't as tuneful as punk music, but it was, let's see how many people bought it. That's what we're checking. How many people bought this album? The reception. Reception. Got 4 stars in All Music and 4 stars in Q, or B+ in Robert Christow's Record Guide. Spin Magazine, 8 out of 10. As the most ferociously avant-garde and aggressively ugly music since Albert Ayler. I like that. I remember that. Personnel release history. So it was released in 1978. 1978, there you go. Well, how fantastic is that? Lydia Lunch. Yeah, I'm 52, says Maltese Phil. I've been listening to heavy metal since I was 13. So that's 40 years ago. Or more than 40 years ago. It's 40 years ago. No, that's 39 years ago. Yeah, we got to listen to the music. Let's listen to, let's see what songs, OMD, what the discography is. OMD. Okay. It's formed in Meols, Merseyside by Andy McCluskey, Paul Humphreys. Let's see what's going on here, and we'll find out what the discography is. Um, have you heard of OMD? Of course you have. I'll name some of the songs. Discography. Okay, let's see what do they have any singles? Of course you have singles. Love, love will tear us apart. No, that's what's his name, dead guy. It doesn't say. It doesn't say what the singles are. What are the singles? Oh, here I gotta check here. No, it does here. It does here. Enola Gay. Enola Gay. Da 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 da. She's Leah. Da 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 da. Locomotion. 1986. They ran for quite a long time. For like, they were 11. They had an 11th in Britain in 1990 and 1986, and they had their first song in 1980. So they were for 6 years. That's the thing about music is, they're so big, and then they never hear of anybody. You never hear of anybody. When are you next on GB News, Brian? I hope on Thursday, but I might not be on there. 905. We got some 905. I assume that's the people who are following me. So much good music from the 70s and 80s. Yeah. I mean, but then look at this. Look at Monochrome Sets playing the 13th of September up in West Hempstead. £21, 47 pence. They're still playing, but I hadn't even heard of them. It's like Lewis Schaffer, and people think, "Oh, are you upset that you never became famous and your friends became famous?" I had a friend who was in Wooden Top. Do you know the band Wooden Top? OMD is still going, yeah, but they don't have the same hit songs. So, Simon. So, I mean, I don't feel bad for them. I don't feel bad, but it is really interesting. There are so few acts that people still care about. What's his name? The Canadian guy, Harvest Moon. Harvest Moon. Right. Love will tear us apart again. Love. Oh my God. Who's somebody died? Considering that a rock legend has died. Let me see if I can do this thing. Who's this? I don't know. Maybe I gotta press something. Here we go. So who's the guy who just died? There's somebody who's died. I'm seeing it on my Microsoft News. Who's the guy just died in his 70s? BBC's highest paid stars revealed. I'm not interested in that because they're not paid enough. Even what's his name? Even Gary Lineker, he's paid like 1.4 million. You think that's a lot considering how much money the BBC takes from us? In America, he'd be paid 20 million pounds. Nadia Hussein says, I no longer fit the BBC's very neat box. The Independent, which is not a newspaper, which is a website that's not a newspaper. It's like saying Lewis Schaffer is a newspaper. You got to print a newspaper to be a newspaper. London's parks rated. Let's look at this. Can you see this? London parks from best to worst. Where is the list? Where is the list? London parks. Hold on a second. Can you see that? You can't see that. Can you see that? There's that. I don't know where it is. Tell it. Maybe you got to pay money. I think I've got to pay money. Oh my God, created. OMD created Atomic Kitten. Who thinks Enola Gay, Let's Twist Again sounds similar? Yeah, because, probably they're always suing each other for stuff like that. Rick Derringer died. Well, I've actually saw a documentary about him. He was quite brilliant for a time. Came out of Ohio or Indiana or something like that. There's very few songs that sound totally different because I don't know if any songs. There's only a few songs. The Death of Love will tear us apart. Neil Young. That's right. Brian Mansfield. Love, love will tear us apart again. Yeah. But Rick, let's see what it says about Rick Derringer. That's why I feel I can get some work done. Oh my God, look at how fat and horrible he looks. How old was he when he died? He was 78 years old. Let's see. Hold on a second. Can you see this article? Anyway, so what does it say about him? Let's look for Rick Derringer, which you can look for Rick Derringer in this. It's basically completely left wing. I'm not giving money to them. His name was Zeringer. Oh, he sang that song, Hang. The McCoys, Hang On, Sloopy, Sloopy, Hang On. You remember that song, which was a classic track from the 1960s? Come On, Let's Go, Fee. Yeah, they had 4 hit songs. He established in 1973. He founded further success with Rock and Roll Hoochie Coo. I remember that. That was 1973. I was 16 years old. And then he was in Edgar Winter's Frankenstein. Come on and take a free ride. Free ride. That wasn't my kind of music. It was kind of my kind of music. It was that in-between period between the 60s and the 70s. He collaborated with Steely Dan, Cyndi Lauper, and Weird Al Yankovic, producing Yankovic's Grammy award-winning song "Eat It" in 1984. Yeah, so he did some stuff. He produced songs. He's from Ohio, born in Ohio, and he died in Florida. Yeah. I mean, fantastic. Hang On, Sloopy became an anthem for Derringer's home state of Ohio. Let's see what's going on. They released number 1, the song Hang On, Sloopy. Big song. In Ohio, the fans chant O-H-I-O, O-H-I, Hang On, Sloopy. Fantastic, Ohio. Fantastic. He was he? I mean, he came from that in-between period, so he wasn't cool for us people who entered college in 1973. 73. The song with you. Okay. He did a lot of good things. There we go. You can read this on your own. So, one successful song could set you up for a lifetime of money. That is so true. Because I've watched a lot of this stuff. I watched this guy, Pop Goes the 60s, that guy I really like. And then that other guy who's kind of ugly with the glasses, and he lives in Idaho or something. He's always talking about his dad. How about Boney M? Was so impressed by a timeless classic Rasputin is. Yeah, but Boney M wasn't written by Boney M. It was written by some German guy, and he hired those people, and I don't think they even did the singing. Did you know that? Arnold and whoever's speaking. What are you saying, Jeff Lynne? Jeff Lynne was somebody else, another brilliant guy. Lewis, I do know some actors, and I do know some very famous comedians. Sadly, they have all passed on now. Yeah, well, we probably all know people. We all know people. A lot of people don't know me. A lot of people, maybe they're afraid of me. Maybe they're not happy with me. Because I'm always saying things I shouldn't say. I shouldn't say things I shouldn't say. But Boney M, let's get back to that. Boney M is a German musical group. They achieved popularity in Germany. Okay. They were created by Frank Farian, who was the group primary songwriter and singer. and singer. Originally based in West Germany, the four original members of the band's official lineup were Liz Mitchell and Marcia Barrett from Jamaica, Maisie Williams from Montserrat, which is an island, and Bobby Farrell from Aruba, which is a very windy island right off the coast of Venezuela. The band sold over 100 million records during their commercial heyday and are known for hits including Daddy Cool, Rasputin, Rivers of Babylon. Yeah, Mary's Boy, Oh My Lord, Gotta Go. Yeah, some hit songs. Not my favorite. I don't know. They're very big in this country, but to me, they mean nothing. They mean nothing. No, I don't mean nothing. I don't mean it that way. Lucy says Rasputin. It was a shame how he carried on. Rasputin. Yeah, he was like me. He didn't bathe. Did he bathe? I don't think he bathed. I don't bathe, so you got to be prepared for that. But I think I'm pretty clean because I do shower, but I don't use that much soap, and I never wash my hair. Fatty am. Have they gotten fat? Gotten fat. And Thomas the Tank Engine asked Joe, and Scissor Sisters, Lori, they're similar. Yeah, there's lots of similar music because there's only like 7 chords according to what's the guy's name. He was in court. Look what happened to George Harrison. He wound up had to pay all that money to that guy for that song My Dear Lord, when it was like basically his song. Why do you have to give he just basically gave up. I think that's what happens. He gave up. Oh, those were the lyrics of Rasputin. Okay, well, the guy Farian wrote the songs, and I don't think those guys made much money off of the songs, as what Simon says. No, Jay Lynn. I hope Jay Lynn didn't. Whatever his name is, he didn't die. I hope he didn't die. He was a good guy. He also colored his hair now. You know, it doesn't look that great. Yeah, I agree, Lewis. If Boney M didn't write their own songs, it wasn't a cop-out. Because it wasn't like there's a band and let's hire whatever the guy's name is, Farian, to write the songs. No, Farian wrote the songs and he says, I'm going to hire a band to sing the songs. So it's not, is it a cop-out, Sam? I don't think it is. I'll have to look at that, Lucy. I'll have to look at that. Yeah, they sang that Daddy Cool. Yeah, I mean, when were those songs written? Let's find out when the songs were written. Let's see when the songs were written. I'm looking for the discography. I mean, Wikipedia is good, but how can you have one source of information as the number one source of information? Okay, why? Well, you can't. You can't have it. Where is the discography? There it is. So they had a hit song in 1976. Well, this is Germany in 70. So the last hit song was 79. And let's see what songs there were in England. In the UK, the last hit song was in 79. It was called Oceans of Fantasy. The only song that did well in America was Night Flight to Venus in 1978. So I think that's what it is. No, those are the studio albums. I'm sorry. Okay, here are the singles. The first hit song was Daddy Cool in 1976. And the last hit song was number three. Maybe we'll say placed 11. The Carnival Is Over in 1982. No, 1983. It's really sad. It's sad, you know. They're just the life that these bands have. They had a song Mega Mix in 92. I guess it's already one of those acts already. What about tight fit, Lucy? Could you explain that to us? They couldn't be Boney M. If Ma were a baker, the carbs in the bread, they wouldn't be bony. That's right. It makes you fat, carbs. Harrison brought the rights to He's So Fine years later. I think he had to pay like $1.5 million. He's so fine. No, nobody thought that was a stolen song, and you felt for George Harrison. Did we not fall for the guy? He was a good guy. He wasn't as interesting as John Lennon, or as hardworking, or as really driven like Paul McCartney, but he was a good guy. You know, it was really great. Ringo Starr. The more you know the guy, and I know he's a vegan, whatever, but the more you know him. Tight fit must have been low carb. Tight fit must have been low carb, Lewis. Who is tight fit? But I do get the joke. Hey, Zingo, welcome in. Has anybody not subscribed? You know, the way things are going, I'm never going to hit 1,000. I will hit 1,000. We're going to be upbeat. We're going to be upbeat. We've learned. This is day 35. This is the 15th of July, 2025. We're learning how to podcast. Who is Judith Durham? Archie Clume. They also did Brown Girl in the Ring. Yeah, they did lots and lots of songs. Do you remember those songs? Are those a bit before your time, Lucy? Are those a bit before your time? Yeah. I mean, they're good songs, but who is Judith Durham? Let's check who Judith Durham is. Judith Durham. Oh, she was in The Seekers. Did she die too? She died a couple of years ago. Oh, she was so pretty. Maybe she wasn't super pretty, but that was really nice. I love The Seekers. How great were The Seekers? How great were The Seekers and the New Seekers? She was born in Esselton, Victoria. Like that matters. Let's look at the whatchamacallit. Let's see what songs. There's that unbelievably great song that'll make me cry if I think about it. What song is that? I don't even remember what it is. I'd like to teach the world to sing in perfect harmony. Who told us that they were on a film? I think Claire mentioned that. Somebody mentioned that they were on a hillside and they were an extra when they made that thing. The New Seekers. The Seekers. Songs. Hey there. That's another song. Oh my God. Georgie girl. Tuck it down the street so fancy free. No one you could meet could ever see the loneliness there inside you. Hey there. Georgie girl. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to get better sleeping because it just makes me all sad and stuff. You know, that's what it does. Georgie girl. It was the Coke advertisement. Yeah, but it was a great song. A great song is a great song. It was a great song. But let's look at the other songs that she sang. Let's look here for the other song that she sang. What's going on here? How come that's not there? What happened to this? Window capture. I'm like, oops, it's not coming out. How come it's not coming out? Window capture. Window capture. No, it's not coming out. Why wouldn't this come out, producer? Why wouldn't it come out?
Huh? Huh?
This is not coming out.
What isn't?
I can't get the screen to come out in the window capture thing.
What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to get the screen.
Your entire screen or the
I want to put Google in the background.
and go to the window capture and
Yeah, it says open the source properties.
no, just click the cog and you do what you did before and then click.
I know it's not here. I'm clicking the cog, and then I'm looking for the thing.
Which one are you clicking?
It says window capture, and then I'm clicking open the source properties, and
It'll be further down the drop down list. There'll be multiple.
it's not here. It's not here. It's not working. Okay. I'm trying to play, guys, the an image of all the songs. Of all the songs. I'll never find another you. Do you remember that song? You don't remember it. I barely remember it too. But then you listen to it later on. This Georgie girl song is so sad. It's so sad. It's about a girl. She's not super beautiful, and she meets this guy who's a Chad. But he's not so great himself. But he acts like a Chad, and she gets pregnant, and they have to get married. So he's marrying a girl who's like a bit below her, and she's not loved by him enough. That's a big fear that I have. I can't figure this out. Anyway, is Elmo from Sesame Street an anti-Semite? I don't know. And I'm too old to even. I remember when Sesame Street came out. I was 12 years old. I was too old for that. I think these tight-fit girls are easy on the eye, if you remember right. Brian Mansfield. Yes, Dan is all news. He is good, but it gets boring. I need some light relief. Lewis, it has a good blend of both. Oh, thank you. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. Wooten obsessed with Harry and Meghan. Ridiculous. They're not the worst thing about the royal family. The royal family is the king, and he does not. He's like a globalist. The New Seekers were founded by one of the old Seekers when the original group broke up. Yeah, that's why I guess why they call the New Seekers. My husband loved Danny Boy by the Seekers. Yeah. Yeah. I'm not saying, whatever, the king. Wooten tries to big up any trivia rubbish. He's a brilliant broadcaster. I don't know what happened to him, really. I don't know. You look tired, Lewis. Yeah, I am tired, but we're here for a little bit. We'll be here for another 30 more minutes, and then we can head off. Oh my God, you were on the phone, Leanne. It was good. The curtains fell down behind us. Fell down behind us. I can't get the thing. I'm gonna have for tomorrow's show. We'll do that. Here's the thing. I don't know if there's anybody new here. Probably nothing. Not. But subscribe, like, Patreon. If you want to go to Patreon, you want to do that. Where is this coming from? What do we think about Harry and Meghan? I don't know. I feel bad for Harry. Parents were divorced. They hated each other. The dad is banging somebody else. She was really not liked. The Queen, I mean Diana, until she died. When she died, she was like really, really well liked. Basically, I was in the movie. I was in The Crown with her. but I don't think he was loved enough. And then he's also the second in charge, whatever. So of course he's not going to be as appreciated. And also she's, he married her when she was how old? She was like 39 years old. And she pretended she didn't know who he was. I mean, this is someone like that knows who everybody is, and she's nice to everybody. And, I mean, she's an American actress. You can't hate her for being an American actress. I think she was hired by him to do his dirty work. Harry was okay till Meghan got her claws into him. I think it's the other way around. I think Prince Harry was the Manchurian Candidate. He basically hired Meghan to help him get back at the dad. He was angry at the dad because the mom. I mean, divorce can work out okay, but then again, maybe not. They're boring. Yeah, and then the other side of it is they have a very expensive lifestyle, and people turned on them. It's really, celebrity is really hard. Lewis Schaffer has his day. Not that I've ever had my day, but then the day is gone, and it's like, oh, poor Lewis. It's not a happy time, so you got to feel bad for Meghan. Suits was a great series, but I always avoid the episodes that she's in. She's a very pretty girl, very, very pretty girl. I will post your show to YK, to what? To YouTube. What is YK? Steve's back in the room. I'm not bothered about any of the royals anymore. How can you? They're not our royals. Who do they represent? When they say irregular immigration, like that's a good thing. Why is he saying that? Because he's afraid of being deposed. They're annoying, but the relentless hate heaped on them is ridiculous. I agree with that. They're like non-players, really. But he was saying bad things about the Queen, saying the Queen was racist. The Queen doesn't care about people. Doesn't care about anybody except other royalty. And even them, she only cares about English people. So is the royal family racist? I don't believe that. Grok told me today that you could improve your X feed if you did more comedy bits. Do I have to write them? Why don't you write me one? Why don't you go look through this? There's nothing here that's that funny, but other ones they might be able to find one or two comedy bits. The best people have come back, Leanne, Steve, and me. Yeah, they come back. I will post your show to TikTok, Lewis. What, the entire show? Do people want to see the entire show? Is this show good enough for people to watch 2.5 hours? I can understand if you're commenting or if you're you, that it could be quite entertaining, I think. But what happens if you're not you? Somebody watching it. Who is this Lewis Schaffer? Where are the jokes? What is he talking about that's so funny? I thought something better was out there. Realized there wasn't, so I came back. Appreciate that, but appreciate that. Okay. Can you invite Crescent on your show, Lewis? I asked her. Yes, I will ask her again. She said she wanted to come on the show. Is it important that we have guests? But then that's less time, the curtains. Yeah. Could be funny. But could be funny, yeah. Be George Carlin best. Grok likes George Carlin best. I should ask Crescent on, but Crescent is there. I got to bring her into the studio, or do I go to the studio where she is there and we just do it in a corner or something? I love you. Who do you love, Zingo? Is that me you love? I hope it's me you love. That's the selling part of it. More subscribers. Yeah, we'd get more subscribers. We'll definitely come back. Love being on here with Lewis and all you guys, including Mark. Yeah, that's nice. You got to sort your knee fetish, Joodles. Yeah, there's the covered knee. It's the covered knee. It's the covered knee. Me? Are you talking to me, Zingo? Oh, well, thank you very much. So Mark Therosian says that Judas has a knee fetish. Maybe she's just, 905. So we're gaining a subscriber or two. Is that basically what we've done? I'm not sure. To get more, you have to do regular shows. Yes, I'm ready to do something new. I'm ready for that. I'm ready for that. Dan started with just a few thousand. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah. You have to remember I'm Lewis Schaffer. I think Cressida is that Charmista or whatever her name is. Is it her, Lewis? I don't think it is. No. I think Cressida has a very distinctive voice. Maybe. Who knows? I don't think she said anything that's made me a little bit suspect. Is that what you think, Kerry? Is that what you think? The essence of this stream is the intense relationship between Lewis and his loyal viewers. Is that enough? He's on every day, Brian. Yeah. I'm on every day. Yeah. Thank you, Lucy. Well, am I committed? Yeah, I mean, I hope so. I mean, yeah, maybe. Thank you, Archie. I'm so here for Wednesday's Day, says Joodles. Very good. Joodles is only human. Let her be. Yeah, let her be. Let people do what they want to do. If they want to fall in love with me, you can. You can. We get down and dirty with Lewis. The Schafferettes. Thank you, Leanne. I appreciate that. We love you. This is the part of the show that I like the best. Really miss that on late night. Yeah, I miss Cressida Head. Yeah, I love Cressida. I maybe love is too strong a word, but she was great. She was great. Especially when she was like angry at me. Oh my God, she used to get so angry, not even on the air. She just like looked at me the way the producer looks at me here, like I am such an. If you do it for fun or a wage, what do this for fun or this is fun, basically. Do I do it for a wage? If you donate some money, I do it for a wage. I don't do it for a wage, but it would help. It would help, I mean, I don't make any money from GB News, really. You are tired. I am very tired. I'm very, very tired. I just go to sleep now. The person that comes on this chat with a smiley face. What do you mean by that, Kerry? I'm away for the next 2 days, says Lorna. We'll be 7 days after this week. School holidays. I'm away for the next 2 days. So Lorna is saying what? You'll be free for 7 days. You won't be on the chat. My dad did his blood pressure earlier today, 79/55. What was his heart rate? If his heart rate was over 100, was 150, it's worse than if it was 155 blood pressure and his heart rate was 50, like mine was. Thank you, Simon. I got to get the ferry now, Lewis. Thank you, Brian. We'll see you again. Good to connect. Next time I see you on a film set, if I do any other of those things, I want you to come up to me and say, "Hey, Lewis Schaffer, I'm Brian Mansfield. I remember we spoke." And I go, "Of course I remember you. I look after my grandsons on a Wednesday and Thursday." Yeah, you're a good grandma. Round of applause for Lorna Hutchinson. A round of applause. Round of applause. Round of applause. What's Cressida? You think Charismeta is Cressida or Nana? I like Nana too. She's very athletic, but she's very athletic. It's true. No matter what day I'm having, I look forward to 5 p.m. You know what? I do too. It's like something for us to do. It fills up our day. That's the most important thing. It's so relaxing. It's like chatting with friends without having them in your house. Yeah. Yeah, it's like a group call. We're all right. We always speak about you in Aberdeen. Thank you, Zingo. It's totally appreciated. Let's speak about everybody. Let's speak about Lorne and Brian and Steve and everybody. I think you need to go to sleep, Lewis. I'm all right. I'm all right. I'm not going to pass out. Susan Stevenson, yes. Vantanai. Vantanai. Is that how you pronounce your name? Vantanai. You know, we need to. This is quite an interesting thing. This experience. You know, maybe if I wasn't so notorious, people would go. They would go, "Hey, watch Lewis Schaffer," but maybe it's because they think I'm anti disabilities people. Fewer cups required, Susan. Let's see what that means. Steve Cuff. Fewer cup is required. Okay. Is there any panel shows you would go on? I mean, I go on with Patrick. I go on any panel show. I shouldn't. I should be like, I shouldn't. I'm not notorious. Yeah, so why am I thinking I'm notorious, Pete? I should. The fact is that whole disability thing has gone totally away after I was named like a number one devil for trying to destroy progressivism. Thank you, Pete. What did you do at 5 p.m. before this, Lewis? Well, what did I do? I don't even remember. I used to do stand-up comedy. I used to, at 6 o'clock, I used to go into the studio. I used to leave at 6. So at 5 o'clock, I was getting dressed. You know, countdown. I do countdown. Agree. We can all make our own what? You'd be great on Mock the Week, or have I got news for you? I think I would. I wouldn't have thought that before, but now I think I would. The disability thing was always going to just fall off a cliff. Perpetually offended, soon move on to their next victim. I guess so, yeah. It's also, you know, they want to have it both ways. They want to say that it wasn't a joke, and they also want to say that it was a joke. So screw them. Question time, yeah, I could go on question time. You know, I try to say something that's different than the other people. Be the next host of Generation Game. I used to like that show. Roy Water, he was a comedian, used to do catchphrase, and he was really good at it. Would you go on Ask the Family with host Robert Robinson? I don't know that show. Yeah. Okay. All right. How many people are watching? Because we're going to stop today. This is another one of those shows. I'm like a little bit too tired, but I appreciate everything. 35. It's a good number. Dr. Sexy, haven't seen you here before, on today, but thank you very much. I'm a celeb, says Zingo. That's YOU''RE. Yeah, thank you, Pete. So thank everybody who's here. Thank you, Lorna and Steve and Zingo and Mark J. Thank you, Dr. Sexy and Pete's Transport. Thank you, Wantanai. Have a restful night. I'm going to. Everything's going to be great. Thank you, all the women that I'm in love with on this chat, and all the men too. Thank you, everybody. Right? Thank you. It's good, but it's not right. Whatever. Good night. Thank you very much. Thank you. Hope I'm on the TV on Thursday. If I'm not on the TV, I don't know how long. Maybe we should take one day off a week. Should we take one day off a week, director, producer? My husband was disabled and I wasn't offended. Yeah, because I wasn't being serious that we should shoot disabled people. And what does it mean to be disabled? You know, what does it mean? It doesn't mean anything. I didn't mean that. But, and I can just imagine the people who were complaining about me. They were all high carb eaters. 1 day off per week leads to 2, then to 6. That's what I think. Keep on fighting through it. Tomorrow I'm going to be all right. And you're going to be all right. Everything's going to be all right. You know? I hope so. Can't wait to see if you're on the GB News on Thursday. Well, I hope I'm on GB News on Thursday. I hope I'm on. Anyway, but maybe they just think it's too risky. I'm sitting here talking about the king and the other royals. Maybe they don't want this stuff. Lorna says goodbye to Joodles. That's really nice of you. Okay. You don't know whether you're liked or whether you're not liked. That's why racism is so ridiculous, because you don't know why people don't like you. They may not like you because of the color of your skin, but I doubt that. They may not even not like you. They might just be pretending. So we have to break free. Lewis, you're pushing yourself to keep your eyes open. Yeah, we're gonna talk for about 5. Okay, there you go. Good night, everybody. We're gonna go. Good night. This has been a great show. Thank you very much. We'll see you tomorrow at 5 o'clock, everybody. Okay.